What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Okay, making their date, hope it's there, his, her, I don't know. We're gonna go with there. Making their debut on the channel tonight! We have Euphoria Jonez. How about that? Yes, indeed, Euphoria Jonez making their debut on the channel. Okay, this was a request from Amosaic, and this is actually one of Amosaic's 3 monthly prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Amosaic. Hope you're ready to enjoy the show here, man. Amosaic wanted to see me react to this song by Euphoria Jonez called Fantasy. Now, have I heard the song before? Nope. Absolutely not. I've never even heard of this artist before. This could be an individual. It could be a group. I have no clue. I guess we're gonna find out maybe during the course of the song here. Now this was posted by Amosaic, so Amosaic posted this video specifically for me to react to. So that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But as a result, the video only has 2 views. That's it. 2 views. That's all it's got. So, yeah. It's not going to get you there. Sorry. Not with 2 views. No chance. Maybe in time. Maybe it'll get up there. But, yeah, 2 views. It's not going to get you there. Sorry. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Euphoria Jonez, Fantasy. Cool. Kind of a outer space theme going on here. That's kind of cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
There are some things I'm liking and there's some things I'm not liking. I'm liking pretty much everything I'm hearing instrumentally. Songwriting sounds solid. Not super impressive, but it sounds solid. It sounds good. I like how they switched up the feel from that halftime feel and they went into a straight time feel. That was nice. Very nice. Or people can interpret it as straight time into double time, but I'm thinking of it more from a standpoint of halftime to straight time, because it seems like the verse, and it sounds like the next verse is going to stay in this feel as compared to the intro, which was in a halftime feel compared to it. So that's why I'm going with the halftime straight time comparison. Vocally, I mean, the reason I'm going is because I'm having a hard time hearing it. The vocals are really low in the mix. Really low. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
the bloom that flies, no matter which is the path we tread. Any choices that go through goals, that you fall into the years. And ever cry for the hopeless soul in the search of smiling tears.
Okay. Yeah, the vocals are just getting absolutely buried in the mix, especially the melodic line vocal. The MC line, like the spoken word line, he's coming through a little bit louder than the melodic line is. So I can hear him pretty well, but the melodic line is just absolutely getting buried in this. Again, musically, instrumentally, it sounds fine. It's just they needed to bring up the melodic vocals in the mix, the lead singer in the mix. I don't know why they didn't. To be perfectly honest with you, the whole production of this sounds a little garage bandy. Like this sounds like it was recorded on an 8-track or maybe even a 4-track in a garage somewhere. That's what it sounds like. This does not sound professionally done by any stretch. This sounds very raw. Like demo tape raw. So, I don't know. I don't know if that is actually the case. That's just what it sounds like to me. Now, is that intentional? Is that the type of sound they were going for? You can achieve that type of an effect and that type of a sound in Pro Tools. You can. But if you're going to be using Pro Tools anyway, why would you want to do that? I can't think of a single reason, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's keep going here. There was some good, there was some bad. I'll see you in the review. Well, there you go, folks. That was Euphoria Jonez with Fantasy. This was a request from Amasaic, and this was actually one of Amasaic's 3 prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Amasaic. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I know I said in the past, just because you're on the silver or gold tier doesn't mean your request is going to get a high score from me. I'm going to be honest no matter what, and I think this is going to be a pretty good example of that. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 6.4. Yep, 6.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Let's start with the good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the good stuff, and then we'll get to the stuff that wasn't so good. The good stuff. Songwriting. It was not bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't mind-blowing. It was pretty simple. Simple enough to be, maybe kind of looked at as maybe it was a little too simple. Possibly. Now, I will say it was effective. It did get the point across, and it did have some great things going for it. I like how they started out the intro with that halftime feel. And then they went in to the straight time for the remainder of the song. So I'm still holding true to my belief that it was halftime to straight time. Now the argument can be made, straight time to double time. That argument can be made. Either way, it's the same result no matter what. I'm sticking with halftime to straight time. Because the majority of the song was in that straight time feel. So anyway, let's see, what else? I dug that. The chordal pattern on this, pretty simple. It's nothing that we haven't heard before from hundreds of other bands. It's a pretty standard riff that, B down to G, up to D, down to A. It's, and then they had some modulations where they'd be like B down to G, down to E, G, F sharp, resolving back up to B again. I mean, we had that too. But, I mean, for the most part, that was pretty much where the song stayed, was on those two riffs. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's effective. It works. Hundreds of other songs have done it, and they weren't wrong. So why should this one be wrong? It shouldn't be. Simple songwriting, but it had a good grip. It had a good grip on its feel. It felt good. Had a good beat to it. Had a good drive to it. It had a good energy to it overall. I could kind of hear the bass a little bit. Drums sounded pretty good. Guitar sounded a little muddy, if I'm being honest. I heard two different distinct guitar parts. I heard the one that was doing the eighth note pattern over and over and over again, and I heard like a I wouldn't say a melodic, but like a harmonic line coming in, just doing like a 2-note pattern, which was really interesting. I think that was keyboards I heard in the background filling out the sound, which is nice. How many people are in this band? I don't know. I mean, this could be a 4-piece band or it could be a 6-piece band. I honestly couldn't tell you. I honestly have no idea. That's the beauty of recording. You really don't know unless you know the band itself, which I don't know. Okay, let's talk about the things I wasn't thrilled about. The mix. Okay, let's talk about the engineering on this. This sounds like it was recorded, no joke, on either a 4-track or an 8-track, not through Pro Tools. Had a very garagey feel to it. Now, like I said, you can go into Pro Tools and you can create filters to give it that garage band's effect. You can. Why would you want to? I can't imagine why anybody in the right mind would want to go for that effect intentionally, but, stranger things have happened. But this does sound like it was recorded in a garage on an 8-track or even a 4-track, and they just doubled up on the 4. So there's that. The sound quality was not the best, if we're being honest. And in the engineering, the drums did sound a little hollow. I mean, what the drummer was doing, what the drummer was playing was great, but in the mix, the drums sounded a little tinny. They sounded a little hollow. Vocals just got buried, absolutely buried. Whoever engineered this didn't really pay attention to the vocals being buried by the guitar and by the keyboards, and to some extent a little bit by the drums. The lead vocal line really got buried. The spoken word line, the MC line, that came through in the mix a little bit better than the singing line, the melodic line, the lead line. That got buried completely. I mean, you could hear it, but I couldn't really pull him out. Like, his placement was not at the forefront where it should have been. So it did get buried, and that obviously did affect the score quite a bit. The engineering on this is really kind of what brought the score down more than anything. The song itself, it was pretty good. Not anything, like I said, all that exciting, nothing all that amazing, but it had a good basis. It had a good feel to it. So that's why it's getting the pretty good score, if I'm being honest with you. Between the engineering and the simplicity, maybe a little too simplistic, if I'm being honest, but it did sound good. I got no gripe against the song itself. The song itself is fine. Just wasn't super impressive, wasn't super taken aback by it. It is what it is. And it's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song overall. A 6.4, people are probably wondering, is that a good score or a bad score? It's actually a good score. If you look down my scoring chart down below in the description, A 6.0 is the bottom threshold for pretty good. Okay, so this is about right in the middle of the pretty good scale. So it's not a bad score by any stretch. If it was a bad score, we'd be down in the 4s, 3s, and 2s, and maybe even 1s or even 0s. No, this was a pretty good song. If I'm being honest here, it was a pretty good song. Engineering definitely could use a rework. I definitely could get back into the studio with this and rework it in Pro Tools. Maybe even do it just a full re-recording of it through a professional system. But I do see the potential for the song. The song definitely does have potential. Just needs some reworking in the engineering, especially in the vocals. But other than that, everything else was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So, 6.4, final score, I've spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.